What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, the NBA show from SBR. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out all the NBA content that we have. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's my guy, BlackJack Fletcher. What's up, BlackJack? Everything good with you, my guy?
Everything is getting there, Jay. Bad day yesterday. 0-4. No excuse for it. Awful day. Atrocious. But you know what? That's in the rear view. We don't live life in the rear view, Jay. We live it looking through the windshield. We look ahead. We look forward. We're coming back today with 3 wins. That's what we're doing. It's the only thing to do, brother.
Nah, you said something there, bro. You really did say something because I was just telling somebody the other day, not to look, not to focus on the rear view windshield. You know what I'm saying? On the rear view mirror when you're driving, focus on what's going on ahead. You can't do nothing about what's in the past. So you really did say something there, man. I didn't have a good day yesterday, man. It was on the Raptors. I did have some on the Raptors there. Obviously, Powell got ruled out. OG got ruled out in that one, so took an L on the Raptors in that one, my guys. Then my Mavs team, man, I had sprinkled something on them, just thinking they were just my personal place, just being on this. You know what I'm saying? I sprinkled some on them, and I was like, man, them boys just not coming to play. I mean, that's just me with my team, and they didn't come to play. The Spurs, I did put some on the Spurs yesterday, them plus the points. Let's see, Philly ended up smacking them boys. The Nets, I knew the Nets was finna smack them boys. KD went out, and I was kind of scared off of it. The Clippers ended up getting PG and Kawhi Leonard back. They didn't go down. J Money, man, stop that, man. Yeah, stop that. Man, we cool on the show, my guy. We cool. We got the Bucks versus the Pelicans. BlackJack. Them boys really came to play over there. The Pelicans, and what do we see? They up them there by 30 points. They was up by 28. I switch it to their game, BlackJack. Then them boys just let them go like on some crazy run. Bucks almost come back and steal that game. It was just crazy. The Knicks end up getting the win by 20 points. That game went way under. Charlotte ended up getting some revenge. We saw that revenge game. Jay, the Hornets ended up getting it done over there. And the Hawks, that was easy, man. The Wizards. Sharp money was coming on the Wizards. Like, why are people taking the Wizards over here? Like, seriously, why is money coming in on the Wizards? That was not good, my guys. But yeah, that Spurs, that was the play yesterday, man. That was the play. Let's get to it today, though, BlackJack. Let's get to it today. That's what the people are here for. We got the first game up. We got in these games. Damn, man, all the games start late today, man. There's not one early game. Earliest, all the games pretty much started at 8 o'clock Eastern, BlackJack. Let's get to it. Rockets versus Pelicans. Do the Pelicans have a letdown here, BlackJack, after that huge game versus the Bucks last night?
I'm betting on it. I'm betting they do. This is classic, right? This is a perfect spot to fade the Pelicans. You're looking at a team that goes up against Milwaukee, plays best game of the season, okay, gets a big win, and now has to back this right up by going and playing Houston, who, by the way, is playing really good basketball since they traded James Harden, okay? The Rockets have won 4 in a row. They're playing cohesively. They're deep as a team. They're deeper than I think a lot of people give them credit for, and they're going to present matchup problems for this Pelicans team. I'm taking the Rockets -1 to get the win.
Yep, I couldn't talk you out of that either, man. We said that the Rockets going to start playing a lot better. They've won 4 straight games now. The boys hot. The Pelicans have been showing something lately. Didn't like how they looked last night. So they had lost 7 of 8 games. Now they've won 2 in a row back at the house here. Like I say, they've looked a lot better. It was against the Wizards and this Bucks team, who I'm not really a fan of their bench. They damn near came back and beat the Pelicans, had to make them play hard again. It's a back-to-back spot. I could definitely see the Pelicans coming out flat here. I could only look Houston's way. I'm with you there, BlackJack. That's the only way I could look, especially the way they playing. They're one of the teams that's getting hot right now. 4 straight wins. They didn't look entirely good at versus the Blazers, especially the start. They got down by 20, but they showed plenty of fight, came back and got the win. So I could only look the Houston Rockets way there. What do you think? Do we get plenty of pace here? You see a little bit less defense from the Pelicans here on the second night of back-to-back?
I think there has to be, right? I mean, the Pelicans are Stan Van Gundy is trying to implement a defensive kind of mindset there. I mean, I think we all know that's what he wants to do. That's what he's trying to do, right? But the Pelicans have shown that there are times when they aren't quite there yet. So, yeah, I think on the second night of a back-to-back, after they expended all of their energy yesterday, I would say probably looking towards an over here.
Got you. Yeah, I can only look at it over there, especially the way the Rockets play. They running and gunning. John Wall, I can see plenty of points in this game, man. So it'll be Rockets and over for me or nothing, BlackJack. Let's get to the next one. We got the Blazers versus the Bulls here. Bulls up to 2.5, open at 1.5, up to 2.5. Total sitting at 233.5, BlackJack. What you think here? The Blazers continue to struggle. The Bulls have been an ATS machine this year. They're at the house here, laying a short number. What you think in this particular spot?
I would lean slightly to Portland here. I think that the Bulls are probably not a deserving favorite in this spot. I think that against this Portland team, I know Portland's got defensive issues, and Chicago's been good against spread, and Chicago's got shooters, but Chicago's also going to let Portland score plenty in this game. I do think, though, that this total is too high, Jay. I'm leaning under here. I know that these are two teams that are not defensive teams, and they're two teams that can score, but that number just feels too damn high here. I can't really articulate much more than that. I just don't like it. I look at this and I know in my brain, in my mind grapes tell me that I should be going over with these two teams, but I'm not. I want to go under. That would be my strongest lean in this game.
Exactly. Yeah, and so the Bulls already beat the Blazers earlier this year, January 5th. They beat them by 3 as 9.5-point dogs at the house. That's when the Blazers, they still had C.J. McCollum. You see what I'm saying? So tonight, it look like Derrick Jones Jr. is going to be out. Covington, we don't know if he's going to come back tonight. If Covington and Derrick Jones Jr., Covington probably comes back. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research, but I am seeing that Derrick Jones Jr. is out for the Blazers. So you got C.J. McCollum. Basically, Damon's been having to do everything. Yep. He has to go for like 50 points for them to win the game. You see what I'm saying? So the Bulls they're not a bad defensive team, man. They showed they can already beat them as 9.5-point dogs. Now they're here at the house. I'd be looking towards the Bulls here, man. Blazers off. They did play good versus the Rockets. They got up by 30. Got up by 20 points, 30-10. Then they pissed it away. So we got the Bulls. They coming off a couple losses as well. A couple losses at the house against really great teams, the Lakers and the Celtics. So be interesting. Say I would be looking towards the Bulls to bounce back here, especially if Covington and Derrick Jones Jr. Them boys, they just dropping bodies. Simmons coming off the bench. I'm not a fan of Anthony Simmons at all. I'm sorry.
Nope.
I just feel like he should have went to college, stayed in college 4 years. He's one of those type players. He's never really got a chance to develop. You see what I'm saying? It's just not. He's not good. He doesn't look good out there, man. He can hit a couple of threes, but on defense, I'm going at him every single time. Every single time. I've been saying it for a couple years now.
Really,
Simmons is not. Anthony Simmons is not an NBA player, but he's an NBA player, but he's
not
getting minutes
NBA
out
player.
there. Exactly, him getting minutes out there has been the minus for them. So all right, put him in the starting lineup or something tonight. Bulls gonna smack them boys up, but I could definitely see that under as well, my guy. I could definitely see that. Let's get to the next one, though, BlackJack. The Kings, them boys been playing well. Let's talk about this Kings versus let's talk about this Kings versus Heat spot, man. Fade him yesterday, but who knew that Powell was gonna be out late and that's why we do the show early. You know what I'm saying? We do the show early. Then them boy, I see it last minute. OG out. Okay, it's cool. Then Powell downgrade to questionable out, but it's all good. The Kings have been somewhat balling over there. Heat have been really struggling. So I think they're supposed to get Butler back here. If I'm not mistaken, BlackJack, they're supposed to get Butler back in this spot. Oh, Haslam questionable personal. Man, come on, man. Haslam ain't played a couple years, man. Stop that. But BlackJack, what you thinking in this game? Did the Heat get right here?
I would lean to the Heat. I'm not going to bet this, Jay, because there's just too many variables with the Heat's personnel here in terms of injuries. I would lean to Miami, but that really is just a play against the Kings because at this point, you said they're playing better, and I guess that's true. They are, but the magic's running out at some point on this Sacramento team. The clock is going to stroke midnight, and they're turning back into a pumpkin. I don't know. I may have mixed my metaphors there. I don't know, but it's going to go sideways for them. And I feel like tonight very well could be the night. Miami just I don't bet on teams when I don't know who's playing, so I can't pull the trigger on this.
Yeah, no, this is one definitely. This is one definitely where you have to wait and see. If I'm not mistaken, I saw that it's possible that Jimmy Butler should be back here. Let me see, just real quick, BlackJack. When I look at what you think about this total here, sitting at 225, like you say, I mean, you still don't know. How the Kings gonna play? They're running and gunning pretty much every time. Do you think that the Heat get to running and gunning with them today?
I mean, the Kings let you score. I mean, they really make it difficult not to score. But again, we just don't know if Hero's going to be in the lineup. We're thinking Butler is going to be there, but we don't know for sure. Dragic isn't there. I still lean under. I still would lean under.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see if Dragic's going to be in there. I'm waiting to see what's up with him. He's been out the past couple of days. Hero had just played. So, I mean, it should Hero, Duncan Robinson, they should be in there. Possibly Jimmy Butler back. That should help. I mean, so when the team gets their star player back, sometimes they can mess things up. But, I mean, when you really need him and you guys have been struggling, I mean, these guys have lost 5 straight games. And they just came, you know what I'm saying? They just lost in the NBA Finals, man. Like, seriously. I know they were probably fatigued early in the year. They've been taking L's. But now that they got their guy back and he faces Kings team minus 4.5. I mean, the boys have been playing terrible. You see, they still laying points. The last game versus the Clippers, which we know the Clippers still had a squad, but I knew once Dragic got ruled out, knowing that they was going to be in for a tough one. They still showed some fight, man. I'd say if Dragic comes back today with Butler come back as well, still with Hero, Duncan Robinson, I think they have enough. They come out here pissed with that intensity. If they get Butler back, I really think that they could get back on track today. Even though the Kings have been hot, I mean, we want to talk about coaching. I mean, the Raptors almost came back and won that game versus the Kings after they were up by 15 points, 16 win the game. They still almost pissed the game away. So that's not finna happen here, and it's a back-to-back spot. I'm looking towards the Heat. I'm looking towards the Heat in this year. I know the Kings but I'm still not impressed on them. And their game last night really showed something, man. When they pissed that shit away. You see what I'm saying? Back-to-back spot. You got the major coaching advantage. You got the championship caliber team coming out 5 straight losses. I think this Smack City. I think the Heat been struggling, guys. They have, but if Butler comes back tonight, this is Smack City. They need him. There ain't no messing up here. He'll probably be rusty and all that. They need the defense and the assist from Jimmy. That's what they need, BlackJack. And they don't really need no scoring. He can go for 8 points out there and get 10 boards and, you know what I'm saying, 9 assists, and it'll be good. I'm telling you, hey, we need Dragic in there, but even without him, Butler come back today. I like the Heat to bounce back, even though the Kings been somewhat playing well. They got the perimeter defenders. They still got Bradley over there, BlackJack. I like the Heat. I like the Heat here. Man. What you think, BlackJack? If Butler in there, you ain't gonna ride with it?
If I see Jimmy Butler's going to play, it's going to be hard to keep me off of it because, like I said, at some point this Kings thing is coming back to earth.
Exactly, and the Heat's in that 6-12, man. They gotta bounce.
They need some wins.
Oh yeah. They
need to start putting some wins on the board.
Yeah, no, the Kings ain't this Clippers team, man. They ain't this Clippers team. I think they can keep up. I think this is Smack City for the Heat. I think it's Smack City. Next game, my guy, we got the Bucks versus the Hornets here. Bucks versus Hornets, man. Bucks coming off their loss last night. We wonder if everybody gonna play. We know how sometimes in the season, these guys rest somebody back to back. Giannis, I'm seeing nobody right now on the injury report. What you thinking here? Somebody come up on my phone though, BlackJack. What you thinking in this spot? Do the Bucks get back? Well, I was thinking last night when they got smacked, I was hoping that they just went ahead and lay down, but they ain't finna do that. They spending a lot of energy trying to come back. You think that comes? It's a back-to-back for both teams. Bucks had to travel though. They've been real good off a loss here. What you thinking here? Do they come to play versus in Charlotte?
I think they do, but I wish Junior was here right now because this is the spot where I think Junior would say, I don't trust this Bucks team yet. And I'm with him. I don't trust the Bucks yet to respond on the second day of a back-to-back after a loss like that. I don't know. I don't quite know what they're going to do. It wouldn't totally shock me if they pull a Lakers against Detroit from a couple of nights ago and lose this one too. Like, it wouldn't stun me. So I'm That's why this one to me is a stay away. I don't want part of this yet.
Exactly. No, I'm with you on that. Like I say, full squad, full go. If the Bucks come out here pissed, obviously they should come out here and smack them boys. But that's if they get going. We know that the Hornets, they had a real tough game last night. I was watching that one at the end. They came and stole it from them, went on a late run there, got their revenge there. I mean, the Pacers damn near made it go into overtime. They really could have. They had a couple of chances, just missed the threes there. So I was really rooting for that one to go to overtime, because then I was really going to be looking towards the Bucks. But this is one back-to-back. They played a really extensive energy-wise game last night. They got blown out. Then they spent they almost came back and won. So it's almost like playing two games sometimes. They could be. It's a tough spot, especially late at 8.5 on the road. They should, but just want to see if they're full squad. That's what I'm saying. Is if they might. I'm thinking like, damn, they might rest Holiday or Giannis. You know how they do at the last minute. Just be up on the injury report, man. Let's go to the big game. This one my guy BlackJack like today. We got the Lakers versus the Bucks, man. Lakers off 2 losses. I know a lot of people never probably would have saw that. They were 10-0 in the road. Now they're off a couple of losses. They had a close one versus the Cavs, and they ended up winning that one, but lost versus 76ers, then lost versus the Pistons here. Now they going to Boston here. Now they going to the Garden, not Madison Square, but TD Garden. What's up? Anthony Davis questionable. He most likely, and the boys, he gonna play today. So that's one thing I was talking about, BlackJack. If you like the Lakers, it's only gonna go up here if Anthony Davis is probable here. What you thinking here, BlackJack? What you liking?
I'm all over the Lakers -2. I love this. I mean, listen, you don't get a chance to take a Lakers team at this low of a number in this kind of spot very often, right? This isn't off a loss. This is off 2 losses, okay? And the one to Detroit was a bad one, right? Like that, when I understand AD was out, fine. Doesn't matter. LeBron James doesn't lose to the Pistons very many times in his career, okay? That is bad. And with LeBron's history in Boston, off 2 losses, nationally televised game, he is not laying an egg here. This isn't point shaving LeBron, Jay. This is full throttle LeBron tonight. This is full throttle LeBron. They win this game, cover the 2, take the short number. I'm all over it. Lakers.
Hey, I couldn't talk you out of there, man. The Celtics, they didn't be a tough go. They off loss too, but I mean, I can't talk you out of there. Lakers off a couple losses. When they get it going, LeBron, AD, and their role players, they could be one of the best. They are the best team in this league, man. I can say they're on a long road trip. It's a 6th game of the road trip, but off a couple losses, man. I wouldn't bet against the Lakers here. See if you game, it's a 50-50. The Celtics were probably looking ahead to this game too. They took the loss versus Spurs in their last game out, had a couple of days off. So I mean, Celtics at the house. I'm not touching. It's gonna be a damn good one to watch, but I definitely wouldn't want to bet against the Lakers here. We're seeing how they it is still a vulnerable spot, but if they get it going, man, LeBron and AD. Like I say, AD still questionable here. He had a little trouble with his little knee or little quad there. Sat out a game. But hey, he probably come back here for this. This is a huge showdown here, man. It's a huge showdown. So it's a 50-50 spot. I'd say probably you could do some live betting here. You probably get both teams at a good plus number here. So whatever you like, and you could probably get them at a nice plus number here. It's a game of runs, man. With the way what we were seeing, both of these, I can see both teams probably getting up by 10 points. They call it timeout. Then now they come back. It's a tie game. So it's just what you guys want to do, man. In my opinion, it's a true coin flip game. I can really see anything happening here, but Lakers off 2 losses. That's why BlackJack's ride with them, because he know the boys gonna be steaming, beaming here.
That's it.
Let's look at what you was finna say, BlackJack.
That's it, man. They're coming out. They're coming out. Looking for blood tonight, and I think they're gonna get it.
Exactly, and it's like for the Celtics, man, who they're gonna have on Anthony Davis. So starting line likely, I mean, they really run like this small ball. Kemba Walker, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, then Daniel Tice. So it's like maybe you have to put Tristan Thompson in the starting lineup, because if they run the Gasol and Davis, you got to have Tyson. You're gonna have to have Tyson Thompson out there. It's gonna be tough, man. Anthony Davis presents a huge matchup problem for them. I must say. So it's Celtics. I like the Celtics, man. It's my team. Tatum and Brown, I love them two boys, but they're gonna have to come to play tonight, man. I must say, and them boys gonna have to double AD. That's their only chance. If AD does play, indeed, they're gonna have to double him all night, BlackJack. Let's get to the next one, though, my guys. What you think? Defensive type game. The total at 218. What you think? Championship type atmosphere.
I'm probably lean under. I think it will be a tight game. I think it's an important game, both teams. I'd lean under. That number to me isn't playable, but that'd be my lean.
Gotcha. Let's get to the next one, guys. Let's get to the next one. We got the Grizzlies versus the Spurs here. Grizzlies versus Spurs. Spurs landed 3.5 versus the Grizzlies. They hadn't played in a little while. I just want to make sure everything is the game still gonna be played. Hell, what's going on? It should, though. It should. So, what you think off this long layoff? Do you think that the Grizzlies are gonna look good? I mean, we've seen it with the Wizards in the second half. The Grizzlies they'll come out hot in that first half. They're playing with energy and stuff. In the second half, they just run out of gas. I did see that Derek White is taken off the injury report, so maybe they rest someone else. I know Grayson Allen isn't playing. Valanciunas still not playing for the Grizzlies. They do have Ja Morant, though. They do still have Ja Morant, but yeah, the Grizzlies been off for a while. Let's see. I just want to see who won. Yeah, last game, the Spurs, they beat them on December 23rd this year. This season, 131-119. BlackJack, what you got in this one?
I'm playing the under here, under 220. The Grizzlies have played well. I mean, really, you can't take anything away from them. They've been playing well, and San Antonio has too. These two teams playing good basketball right now. I don't love the side in this game. I do love the total, though, because like you said, a little bit of a layoff here. That could be rust that you got to shake off in terms of your shooting early on. But these teams do play defense. Both of them play good defense. I think we're looking at a game here that keeps us under this total, which I think is very reasonable here at 220.
Exactly. Said, yeah. Now you're right on that one. We'll see if the Grizzlies, they always play good defense. Them losing Grayson Allen, kind of a little backup point guard. They still have Tyus Jones, but still Grayson Allen is a guard for them that they really use. When I saw them missing him, that really bodes well for your under there, BlackJack. My thing is, the Grizzlies, they had won 5 straight games. That layoff is really going to mess up with their rhythm. Yeah. It really was a surprise for me, as I know the Spurs, they're off 3 straight wins. They had a really good game last night versus the Nuggets. I don't really think it'll be a letdown for them. They're a team that's more in rhythm. You see what I'm saying? We really saw with the Wizards, even though a different team, they really ran out of gas in the fourth quarter. They were good through 3 quarters. The fourth quarter from the Wizards, their first game back after the layoff, they were horrible. I'm talking about it was terrible, man. They're a good offense. They may not play no defense, but their offense is always elite. And even Beal, they were way off of sync. So I could really see that one happening here. Maybe see if the Grizzlies come out hot in the first half, hop in the Spurs second half. But it would really surprise me to see the Grizzlies come out off the long layoff, like I say, and be sharp or be, good enough to come in here and win this game. But hey, they've been taking money. It was opened up at 4.5 for the Spurs. It's down to 3.5. With an older team, I ain't gonna say older team, but DeMar DeRozan and Aldridge older. You always want to wait to see if they could possibly. This is 3rd game of 4 nights. They didn't travel anywhere. It's them at the house, but today's NBA, I could definitely see them resting the body or two. That's just how Popovich, especially kind of evening it up, because that the Grizzlies are going to be on the in a little bad spot there. So, but the Spurs, they've been playing well too, man. 3 straight bad spot for Grizz. Yep. No, I could only look Spurs there, man. I might hop on the Spurs if it's full go for the Spurs and they're going for the win here, which they should. They're sitting number 4 right now in the West. You better not be playing. Last year you missed the playoffs. You better get every win you can.
That's right.
I could see the Spurs should be the right side in this one, man. Let's get to the next one. I don't even want to talk about our Mavs team, but you can't look at them too bad. They will go up against the Jazz. If you look at the Jazz right now, that team is playing on a whole nother level, like seriously right now. That team is, even without Donovan Mitchell and Favors. I'm watching. They look so. My Mavs look terrible. I don't know what to say about this game. Like Booker's still out as well. So man, get some help there. I see Duncan. She's saying we're just playing terrible right now. So it's up to the Mavs, man. If they want to come in here and play better, I'm not bad. So they're coming off 2 games and a back-to-back in Utah, and they got to come back to the house. It's in theory, it's never really a good spot back-to-back. After playing in Utah, BlackJack, and they're not playing well. The Suns, they went and smacked Golden State, but they're still without Booker. I see this could possibly be an ugly game, man. I could see this one being a dead under spot, BlackJack. Any look on this game?
No. I'm done with your Mavs. They screwed me twice in Utah. I'm done with them. I don't want any part of them.
Yeah,
Keep away.
It's more like
without Booker, I can't do it either. So I don't want any part of this. Keep it away.
Yeah, I can't be too mad at the Mavs, man. Betting against Utah right now is just not smart. It doesn't matter who you're. I'm not. The Warriors aren't world beaters, but they went over there and got smacked by 30. And they got Steph Curry and everybody. So it's just like everybody's going to Utah and looking terrible right now. So it's not. You can't put too much on the Mavs. You watch the Jazz team, and it's just like you can watch literally the first 5 minutes of the game. And you're just like, why the hell did I bet against this team? Like, seriously. They started out like 0 for 4, like 1 for 6 field goal. After that, they hit 10 for 11. Like, they literally started out bad, and the Mavericks couldn't even take advantage of that. Then when they started hitting the shots, that's when they got ugly real quick. It was like 34 to 11 or something real quick, effortless by the Jazz. They're just out there hooping. Literally, we talk about teams out there hooping. That's what they're doing. They're just so locked in. You just got to catch the teams that care right now. This is a tricky game, man, because Mavs aren't really playing well right now, and it's in their head too. Suns aren't either. So my thing that's gonna, I can see the Mavs really showing something here tonight, but I'd be afraid. If I was you, I'd take if I'm gonna look at the Mavs, it would be early because they could really run out of gas there in the second half. That's a tricky game with them coming off the Utah game, BlackJack. Let's get to the next one, man. Last game, we got the Pistons versus the Warriors, BlackJack. I don't really have a look on this one, man. The Pistons are coming off a huge game. They're flying, all the way down to Cali, face the Warriors here. Do they have enough I know they have enough to compete with the Warriors, but they're coming off a huge win there. The Warriors ain't finna lay down for the Pistons here. Line opened up at 5.5. It's coming down to 4.5. Oubre coming off another terrible game. They trying to shop him. If they play defense here, though, they should be able to get it done. I think so. BlackJack, what you think here?
This is a game again that I'm not going to be playing. This is an absolute pass because Detroit's been a little too good lately. I mean, we've talked about it. They've been tough and they've stayed in these games. They've been playing just a little too well lately. They're due to come back to earth a little bit. But having said that, I don't trust Golden State enough either to lay this many points. They haven't been great as a favorite this year. I think they're 4-3. ATS is a favorite so far, so I'm not really looking to jump into bed with them. It's a pass.
Exactly. So let's see. I just wanted to see this updated injury report for the Spurs. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. I just see that Derek White is back tonight. Derek White is back for the Spurs. So we'll see, man. What's up, BlackJack? Let's see. They saying it like the Kings, Spurs, New Orleans, Golden State, all money lines. You must be talking about a parlay, man. You got to be if you taking.
That's a bold parlay.
If you're taking Golden State on the money line, man,
you back in the Kings and New Orleans on the money line.
Yeah, I mean the Kings have been playing well lately. This Heat, like I say, I'm looking into that game. I'm waiting for the starting lineups. If everybody's coming back, they're on 5-game lose streak at the house. The Kings, they nice, but I don't know if they built like that. They got some stop. The Heat got some form. They got some stoppers over there, man. They got some defensive stoppers for what they like to do. I mean, Bam Adebayo. If you want to look at props, I always try to throw a little prop in there. Look at Bam Adebayo. Everybody is gonna be yay high to him tonight. They don't have nobody. I mean, you got Whiteside coming back, but I mean, come on, man. Whiteside's kind of washed up. You got a little event, but no, he's not the same player over there. He got paid his money and he doesn't care anymore. I'm telling you guys. He checked that. He got paid his money. You could tell he went to Portland. He want to roll with the top down in a Jeep and listen to music stuff. That's all he like to do, man. So I'm not a big fan of that guy. He was really something when he was hungry. Now not anymore, my guy. But BlackJack, we finna get out of here, bro. Break them off with your official plays, my guy.
All right, brother. Here are the winners. Saturday, we gotta get this weekend going, baby. We gotta feel good. Rockets -1, Lakers -2, and under 220. Spurs, Grizz.
Got you. Hey, I couldn't talk you out of neither one of those plays, man.
God himself couldn't talk me out of these plays, Jay.
like that. I like them, my guy. I like them. I'm getting back to my favorites, man. I'm getting back to my favorites. I hadn't been anything, but if I'm taking something today, it's gonna be the Bulls minus 2.5 at the house over the Blazers. Still looking deeper into that one. The Spurs still waiting to see if they got a full go versus the Grizzlies. I have to go against the Grizzlies after that long layoff there. And also it was one more, BlackJack, the Heat. The Heat. If Jimmy's in, I'm on the Heat today to come back and fight the ship, man. They need him. They miss him. I mean, he's been back with team, but he hadn't been playing yet. Got to get back in shape and stuff today. He should be coming back today, my guys. If he's coming back today, I like the Heat today. I like the Kings been rolling, but Bam Adebayo, the Heat none. Duncan Robinson, they got threes to match up with them boys, so it's gonna be Los Heat today. I'm getting back to my favorites, man, who I've got trust to win the game. You dig what I'm saying, and pull away from it. So we finna get up out of here, BlackJack. Appreciate you for joining me. I appreciate everybody in the chat for coming in with us. BlackJack, even, you know what I'm saying, hey, he in the backyard with his family, and he still come on, man. I appreciate you, my guy.
Gotta win.
Porzingis listed questionable, could possibly, yeah, he probably won't play. Porzingis probably won't play. So if you, whatever you like, and if you do like the Suns, you better get on there right now because they finna take that line down, my guys. And I don't know what to say about the Mavs. They looked bad with them. They looked even worse without Porzingis. So fuck, I might have to go hop on the Suns. I'm finna look at that one even more. It's back to back after Utah. I might have to fade my Mavs team. They pissed me off as well, BlackJack. We finna get up out of here, my guy. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe if you like the content, my guys. We gone.